G'day again. So today we're going to look at parabolas. When I teach parabolas, I usually start with teaching it 4 different ways. So there's 4 terms I'm going to write up here, which should make it easy for you to remember. Basic parabola, I've just drawn the start of a basic parabola. Y equals x squared. Pretty easy. Throw in some x's, find out what y is. So if we put in 1, x is 1. What is 1 times 1? 1. So put a dot there at 1, 1. Put in 2. 2 times 2 is 4, so let's put a dot at 2, 4. Put in 3. 3 times 3 is 9, so let's put a dot at 3, 9. And etc, etc. It just squares and keeps going up. If you move back negative, minus 1 times minus 1 and minus times minus is a positive, so you still get 1. Put in negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2 is, again, positive 4, so get a dot over there. Put in negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 3, again, is a positive, so you get 9. And etc. So both sides go up in the same rate. So you get a diagram which roughly, let's see how my drawing goes, looks like that. And that's the basic parabola. To move the parabola around or change the shape of it, I usually teach these 4 ways. So here we go. So the first way is happy, sad. Next way is fat, skinny. Next way is bounce. And the next way is wobble. Okay, so wobble goes like that, bounce goes up and down. Fat and skinny obviously go fat and skinny, happy, sad, happy, sad. So these are the 4 terms that I'll use. So let's explain how they work. So happy or sad, so let's start with that one. 1, happy, sad. This is a smiley face, it's a big happy face, so it's happy. And why is it happy? Because this is positive. This says y equals plus x squared. So it's a positive happy face. If we make it a sad face, so here's a happy face, so y equals plus x squared, so that's a happy face. Yay! Let's make it a sad face. So how to make it a sad face? You make it negative. So y equals minus x squared is a sad face, so it goes like that. All right. So happy face, sad face. All right, you got that? That's the first one. Okay, second one. So happy, sad, positive, negative. Let's go to the second one. So there's happy and sad. People in the class can scribble it down as fast as they can. So let's move to the second one. Fat and skinny. So second one, fat and skinny. So fat and skinny occurs by whatever number is here. So at the moment there's a number 1 there. There's a 1. So y equals 1 lot of x squared. So to make things fat or skinny, we change this number. So let's make a fat one and a skinny one. So a fat one, if we go y equals, this number actually gets smaller, not bigger. So if we write in y equals, let's say 1/3 x squared, that's fat. Okay? So that fat, it goes like that. It's much wider and fatter, like that. So that one is fatter. So that's fat. All right. If we make a skinny one, we're going to make this number big. So a positive big number. So make a skinnier. So y equals, say, 4x squared. This is going to be skinny. And the reason is it's going to go up faster. So it's going to go up 4 times as fast as this one. So it'll virtually almost look like a V. So it'll go more like that. So it's very skinny. All right, so it goes like that. So that is skinny. There you go, fat, skinny. So fat ones, small number, skinny ones, big, tall number. Got that? Let's go to the next one. So I'll rub out fat and skinny. Oh, almost rubbing out the y. Can't rub that out. So keep the y, go to the third one. So the next one is bounce. So how do we move this parabola around and make it bounce up and down? We just add a number here. So just like a normal equation, so if you've got a normal equation, y equals mx plus b, this in a normal straight line equation is your y-intercept. Alright, so if I just add a number here, positive or negative, it's going to bounce up or down. Same as that equation there. Here's the line would move up or down as a line. Well, this is going to move up or down as a parabola. So let's do that. So bounce up, so y equals x squared plus, I don't know, 3. So there's 3, and there's the parabola. So that's bounced up. All right, bounced up, and it's bounced up 3. So it was down here, and it's just gone up 3. Scale's a bit different, so anyway, let's bounce it down. So what do you think we do to bounce it down? Put a negative number. So y equals x squared minus, I don't know, 10. Y equals x squared minus 10, so it's going to bounce down a long way. So way down here. We'll still have a smiley, happy face because that's positive. So that's bounced down, and that number there, we'll move the line way down there, will be negative 10. Okay, so it's bounced down. So that's bounce. Bounce up, bounce down. Then you got wobble. Let's do wobble. So that's the third one, bounce. This is the fourth one, which is wobble. Wobble is side to side. All the ones we've done so far are centred on the y-axis. They haven't moved anywhere. They're all centred. To wobble something or to move something across or back, what we do is we change the value of the square. So instead of having a single x there, we expand it. So for example, we go y equals, instead of just x, let's move it to another value. So if we say x minus 1 squared. Okay? Now when you wobble, you know how you bounce? We bounce up by adding 1, we bounce down by negative. You wobble the opposite direction, so it's like shaking it. Instead of going minus 1 and moving the parabola this way, this moves the parabola that way. So this value, you need to think, what can I put there to make this equal to 0? Well, I'm going to put a 1 there, and that's the number I want, 1. So I'm going to move the parabola across. I'm going to wobble it across the opposite direction, so I'm going to wobble it to 1. Alright, so I'll just rub that out and put that up here. So that's y equals x minus 1 squared, because we've wobbled it to 1. If I want to wobble it back to this way, I'm going to make this plus something or other, because I want to make this bit here 0. Okay, because we're moving it along this y0 line, which is the x line. So if I create another one, y equals x plus, I don't know, we'll do 3 again, x plus 3 squared, but this time it's in brackets. Once it's in brackets, it's a wobble, like a shaker. Try and think of that, it's a shaker. So you shake it, but you're going to shake it the opposite direction. Put minus 3 in there, and I get 0, so I'm going to put it here, minus 3, and this one, so that's that one there, this one is going to go over here and be minus 3 and touch right there. Whoops, it's gone a bit low, should only touch, and go to minus 3. So they're my 3 ways: happy, sad, fat, skinny, bounce, and wobble. And when you combine them, which we'll do in the next shot, you can move the parabola all over the place and change the shape. Back in a moment. Okay, g'day again. So this time we're going to do some examples, and we've got a live class ready to call out. So here we go. So we've got y equals x squared plus 4. So first of all, happy or sad?
Happy.
Happy. So this is going to be like this, it's going to be a smiley face. Is it fat or skinny?
It's going to be
Neither. It's going to be neither. Okay. Does it bounce? Yeah, it bounces up 4 and it doesn't wobble at all because there's no brackets, right? Yep. So it bounces up 4 and it's happy, so it's going to go from there. There's a 4, happy, bounce, right? Great. Next one. Happy or sad?
sad.
Sad, so it's going to be a sad face. Does it bounce?
Yeah.
Bounces up 2. It's not fat or skinny and it doesn't wobble, so it's just 2 and it's a sad face. Right, next one. Happy or sad? Happy, yeah, it's happy because that's positive. That's very good. Fat or skinny? Neither. Okay, there's no number there. Does it bounce?
Yes.
No, it doesn't bounce. There's no number here. It would only bounce if there's a number on its own.
It does wobble.
It does wobble. Which way? -2. Good. Great work. So it wobbles to there and it's a happy face. Excellent. So -2. Okay, this one. Happy or sad?
Sad.
Sad. Fat or skinny?
Fat.
Fat. Great. Does it bounce?
Yes.
Yes.
Down.
Bounces down to -3. So it's a sad face. It's fat and it's down to -3. So it's going to go to there, -3, and it's fat. So it's going to look like that. Okay, sketch those. Off you go.
What's on people's life?
And you're done. G'day again. So we're going to have a look at 4 more, and these are more complex than the first lot. So again, we've got a class here and they can call out what we're doing. So what have we got here? We've got a wobble which way?
-4.
To -4. So I've got a wobble to -4, and what's this?
Bounce.
It's a bounce down to -1. So we're going to bounce down and we're going to wobble that way. Okay, bounce down, wobble that way. So we're going to bounce down to -1. So there's -1. I'll put the -4 in the way. So put -4 over here and go to there. So this is telling me where the parabola stops. So at that point there, that's where the parabola stops. That's where I'm bouncing and wobbling to. And this is telling me it's positive. It's a happy face. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so it's gone down to there. So now we're not on this line anymore. We're moving around. Let's do the next one. So what's this say? It's going to be a
Sad.
sad face. What's this say? It's going to wobble where? To -2. So it's going to wobble. It's going to go that way to -2. And what's this say?
It's going to bounce.
It's going to bounce up to 1. So it's going to go up 1. So we're going to have a sad face. We're going to go across -2. So let's put -2 there. And we're going to bounce up to 1. So there's 1. We're going to go to there. So it's a sad face from there. So that's our point. And we're going to go like that. Okay. This point here is a really important point to note. It's actually called the vertex. So what we're finding each time we draw these parabolas is where the vertex is, and then we're basing that for how we draw the parabola. So let's go again. What do we got? We've got a wobble which way?
To the right, +3.
Yep, wobble. We're going to wobble that way to +3. Okay, that's our wobble.
Why?
Because that's -3. Where did we wobble here? We wobbled to -2. Okay, you wobble in the opposite direction. We're wobbling to +3. And what's this say? This is a bounce. Which way? +2 up. So you bounce in the same direction and you wobble in the opposite direction. So we're going to go up to +2. And that's going to be our vertex. Okay, that's where it is. It's a happy face because it's a positive. There's not a negative there, so it's looking like that. Alright? Let's look at the next one, which has got pretty much everything I can think of putting in. What's this say? It's going to be a sad face. So we've got a sad face. What's this say? It's going to be fat. So it's going to be really fat. So we've got sad, fat. And what's this wobble? Wobble to -3. So we've got a wobble. We're going to wobble that way to -3. And what's this say? We're going to bounce down to -2. So we're going to bounce down to -2. Okay? So this here is our vertex. So we're wobbling across to -3. And we're going to go down to -2. And that's our vertex right there. I better not write it that way because it's going to interfere with the diagram. It's a sad fat, so it's like that. And there we go. Fast way to scribble parabolas, and hopefully this will help you remember words to try and scribble them fast in an exam. And you're done.